It's coming to change my tire,
No
bro.
problem, bro.
How much you gonna charge?
It's 200,
You
man.
got cash up?
Actually, I do. Just tap it.
Tap it.
Yup. Click that link right there. All my social media, my business gonna
Okay,
pop up.
cool.
My number, my email, my social, even cash out,
I
bro.
got a small business myself.
Oh, it's super convenient for you then, bro. I'm telling you, this been coming in super handy, bro. Cause like you know how everybody pass out business paper.
Yeah.
We don't do that no more, bro. We got the digital business cards now, man.
Okay, bro. You gotta send me the link for it.
Bro, you got my information right there, man. I got you.
Okay, cool.
Shalom, shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Kakadash. I am the brother, the Napak from the camp GMS down in Tempe, Florida. And I want to give them honors to elders and apostles, a great millstone who treat you real well. Peace and blessings to hopeful elect and the ones listening in. And I want to get into a quick lesson through the Spirit. I stumbled across this brother's video, GMS Chicago Kingdom Come. All right. And he did, a quick video on this. All right. The video I just displayed. And I just wanted to also do a video on this real quick. And as you see it, you see this guy just finished, changing out the tire for a dude. But the point of the video is the way he just made that transaction, all right, is he had a wristband, all right, where you tap your phone to it and it gives you all the information for his cash app, all right, his info for, just to get in contact with him and everything, all right. And, they're advertising it, just showing you how, just that digital society is being advertised as more convenient, all right, which will lead more people, over to, the chip, all right. And we understand that because, first of all, prophecy, all right, is prophesied in the scriptures, all right, about the MOTB, the microchip, all right. But we're seeing how it's being advertised more and more and more throughout the internet, as being, Watchmen. You're watching and you're seeing how much is being advertised, all right? The Neuralink, the brain chip, all right, is being advertised for people to get, and the way they're advertising it is by showing you how convenient and much quicker and efficient it is, in this society, okay? And a lot of people love, the quicker route, the efficient route, all right, the convenient route, all right? And they trying to make this, all right, product as convenient as possible, all right, to lead those, the mass to go and take, that chip when it comes out. So they're advertising this digital society, nonstop, constantly, because of the fact of they want to basically, well, they're trying to bring out the chip, man, okay? And the best way to get people to want to get it is by showing them how convenient, it would be, all right, without even bringing it out first. So they bringing out little different ways and, more convenient ways of using this digital, all right, society, all right, by through your phone, dude has a watch, all right. What I notice is, I got this iPhone and, it's updated to the latest update, and now you can just put your phone next or in front of the next person's phone and it will give you their contact and their info and everything you need, all right. Or you could pay somebody through there or airdrop, pictures and photos and all these different things. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot more quicker and easier, okay. And this is what they're trying to show, the mass. So when it comes to that point where that new technology, which is that chip, all right, new technology comes out, everyone's going to be on it. Everyone's going to want it. Everyone's going to want to receive it, like the new car or a new iPhone or a new anything. People hop on it really quick just to try it out, see how it is. People make videos on it, do their reviews on it. So how much more when they bring out this chip? All right, and they're going to label this, they're going to make this chip the game changer. All right, the game changer, man. Change the whole game up. All right. And that's how it's going to, look. And that's why people are going to want it, because they're going to be like, okay, this is a lot different. This is a lot newer. It's more convenient. And all these different things. And Jake know about it, bro. Jake know about the chip. All right. We were just at camp last week, and Waka Flocka passed by, and we asked him what the MOTB was, and he told us straight up, it's the chip, bro. So Jake be knowing, bro, but a lot of Jake are still going to get it because, Jake don't really care. Okay? But because of that non-care and not watching and understanding, all right, a lot of Jake going to be destroyed. So I want to go ahead and grab this photo I got. This is from, the Elder Apostle Tahar, his video he did. It's a screenshot I took off of it. And it says digital ID. First, they'll say you need it to work. Then what's next? Needed to travel, needed to shop, needed to access healthcare, needed to drive, needed to go online, needed to vote, needed to exist in society. It says once digital ID is in place, it will not stop there. It becomes the gateway to carbon credit system where where every purchase, every trip, every choice is tracked. You only be able to spend within your assigned allowance. This isn't progress, it's control. All right, and that's what this digital society is leading to, is that chip, which is leading to control, their ultimate control. Their agenda is to have that control over the people, over the mass, because they have that godlike complex, man. So they want to know what you're doing, what you're thinking. Everything's being tracked, man. All right, all your information. All right, nothing's private once you have that chip installed into your body. Okay, put into your brain, man. Okay, everything's going to be tracked. Okay, and they're going to follow you around. They want to know everything. They want to see everything you do, every crime you make. It's all just a tracker. All right, so this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14, the KJV says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right, so, Esau's coming with that deception. That's their main tactic, is deception. All right, so they come with, showing those miracles by the means of miracles. All right, he's deceiving the people. Okay, and that's what he's doing with his power now. With the power that he has, all right, in the sight of the beast. Okay, he's showing people those miracles, the convenience, all right, of a digital society, the convenience of the microchip, the convenience of, following along with their new agenda. And a lot of people are going to be deceived by it, and they're going to take it, and they're going to be damned. All right, they're going to be doomed, man. All right, to destruction. Okay, so it goes on. It says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, so he had the power to give life, all right, to the image of the beast. All right, so the Lord ultimately gave this devil the power to, fulfill their new world order agenda. He's giving them the power to do this. And the scripture says they shall be able to do it, but they ain't going to be able to see the full sufficiency of their agenda and their plan, because the Lord's going to take over and destroy it all. Okay? It goes on, it says, bringing it back, it says that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as will not worship the image should be killed. All right? And in that picture, everything, all right, you do to survive here, you're going to need that digital ID, all right, to be able to have access to it, all right, to shop, grocery shop, access to healthcare, to drive, to go online, to vote, to exist in society. To exist in this society, you have to take that, you got to have that digital ID, all right? And that digital ID is really just going to be that chip inside your skin, okay? So, and that's what it says at the bottom. It says, and once the digital ID is in place, it will not stop there. It becomes the gateway to carbon credit system where every purchase, every trip, every choice is tracked. You will only be able to spend within your assigned allowance. So you can't do whatever you want once you take this, bro. You ain't going to be able to just go shopping and and on a shopping spree, you're gonna have a certain allowance you're gonna have access to. And if you go over that allowance, you won't be able to go over that allowance. Okay? It says this isn't progress, it's control, So this is not progress. This is not progressing into, more advanced technology. All right, it's ultimately just control, bro. They just want that control and have that control over you. All right, so they, gradually, all right, softly bringing in that digital society, making you more comfortable with it, making people more happy, all right, with, the efficiency and convenience of being digital, okay? And they're showing that, bro. You even got Jake advertising it. Jake don't know what he doing, bro, but Jake advertising it. Look, bro, just tap my watch, just tap my wristband, and you get to see whatever you want, man. Like, you get my cash out, my number, everything, man. And that's how they use that advertisement to advertise the convenience of the microchip, okay? Of having a microchip. But they ain't gonna tell you, all right, the destruction of from obtaining it. All right, they ain't gonna tell you the judgment, all right, because there is an inevitable judgment for those who take that chip. It says, and he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, because ultimately you taking this is like calling Esau your God, man. All right? Because now he has that control over you. All right? Now he knows who you are, your name, everything, what you're doing. You're being tracked everywhere. And people are going to, happily accept this thing. Jake gonna happily accept this thing, and the Lord gotta destroy you, bro. All right, there's gonna be people that's gonna be forced to taking it. Lord gonna still destroy you. Okay, but that's why the scripture says, "He that endures to the end, the same shall be saved." Everybody else that didn't endure, all right, and not take that and took that chip, all right, you ain't gonna be saved, bro. You're gonna be destroyed. That's your judgment. That's where you're headed to. Okay, it says he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a charagma in their right hand or in their foreheads. All right, so he's gonna cause everybody, all right, to receive this mark. All right, to receive this chip. No matter if you're rich, you're poor, you're blind, everybody in this world has to receive it. All right, for his, that's his agenda. He wants everyone to have the chip for him to be able to be as God. He wants to know everybody. He wants to know who you are, have that complete control of the world. All right? That's his goal, is to take control of the world. That's any villain's any villain's goal, is to take complete control of the world and be God himself. All right? But that's why the scripture says the pride have deceived their hearts, because we can't just overtake the whole world and think you go put aside the true Lord and the true power, and and now you the God, and you can't even rule this place correctly. This place is decaying. You think the Lord really just gonna let these niggas have it? Nah, man. All right, so they're gonna try to have everybody receive this mark. All right, they're going to be able to bring it out. They're going to be able to bring out the NWO. All right, and then the Lord's going to destroy it all. Okay? And what's worse than seeing your agenda, come to fruition, but not seeing it be completed? All right? It's horrible. That's a horrible feeling. So that's what the Lord going to make them feel, bro. You're going to see their agenda come to fruition. All right? Things, it's going to be creative. Some people are going to take it. Most people are going to take it. But it ain't going to be complete, all right? And they're going to think they got it, and the Lord going to take it. It says that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. And his number is 666. So, no one, you're not going to be able to buy. You're not going to be able to travel, do all these things. This is what Jake loved to do, is travel, buy new things, go shopping, and all these different things. Jake loved that, man. Okay? Imagine when you get told you can't do none of that. Jake going to be in that line, the first one in the line, man. Imagine when you get told you can't eat without All right, getting that chip. Jake gonna be the first one in the line. I gotta eat, man. I gotta eat because they have no faith. They don't believe in the Lord. Okay, they gonna be worried about what they gonna eat, what they gonna wear, and all these different other things. All right, so they gonna have to go into Esau for help. And the scripture says, "Woe unto you that go into Egypt for help." All right, woe unto you, death and destruction unto you, because ultimately you think you for to go, these those for help, and you for to get the, good treatment, and now you're gonna be all right, and everything gonna be fine. Everything's going back to normal as long as you got what you got. What these devils presented to you, which is a chip. But ultimately, now the Lord gonna destroy you, bro. You're gonna get an even worse judgment. Okay, it's gonna be a lot worse than starving to death and whatever, or just starving. It's gonna be a lot worse. Okay, so let me grab this real quick. Let me see. Yep. This is Revelations 14 and verse 9 says, "And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast or his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb." So, you take that tip, bro. You have to taste of the drink of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh, man. You gonna have to taste the Lord's wrath, all right, his indignation, okay, and that's what you don't want to taste, all right. And you're gonna have to burn and be tormented with the fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and the presence of the Lamb, Yahweh Shai. Okay, that's your judgment. That's what you're gonna have to go, receive for taking that chip, bro. So a lot of people gonna die this way just for thinking, "Oh man, this is a convenience, man." For getting got and being deceived, and trying to get the newest technology that they think is cool. They gonna have to suffer this judgment for that. Okay. Just for not researching and putting your heads together and seeing what's actually going on around the world. All right. But I'm going to play this video one more time, and I'm going to close out with this. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. I'm going to give all praise, this glory, and honor to the Lord Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rakakadash. Once again, double honor to elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom, Akim.
And I appreciate you coming to change my tire, bro.
No problem, bro.
How much you gonna charge?
It's 200, man.
You got cash up?
Actually, I do. Just tap it.
Tap it.
Yeah. Click that link right there. And all my social media, my business
Okay,
will pop
cool.
up, my number, my email, my social, even cash up.
I got a small business myself.
Oh, it's super convenient for you then, bro. I'm telling you, this been coming in super handy, bro. Because, how everybody pass out business paper?
Yeah.
We don't do that no more, bro. We got the digital business cards, man.
Okay, bro, you got to send me the link for it.
Bro, you got my information right there, man. I got you.
Okay, cool.
And the title of this brother lesson is "These people are definitely taking it," and that's true. These people are gonna definitely take that chip, man. Just look how they, going about it now with the whole digital society thing. No one's questioning it; they just going along with it. All right, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect and the ones listening in. Shalom, Akim.